Hi, there's a lot of electric fans going on. This is a short one about laptop spring, school and television. School and television. These two things have tried to be united in a number of ways. I can remember seeing, we all get to watch a TV show, and it was okay once it started. School and TV, two things that are going to be changed by laptops. And how? I suggest that school, we pay the teachers off and have them all get whatever they're going to get paid for their future teaching, but take a lot of the criterion of what school used to be about, and I suggest something like 2 classes per student before lunch, say for high school. One sort of science, math, and one sort of communication and history. And then afterwards, a warm-up after physical warm-up. I call one stupid ball, in which you kick around a ball and you say something to people for after you give lunch about 40 minutes or so. And then your thing, whether it's ceramics, mathematics, sports, other activities. And when you do the 2 classes, if you want to zone out with your laptop, you zone out. So the teacher picks the people. Hopefully he's got people zoning out in the laptop about the subject matter. But eventually the criteria for what needs to be accomplished with the teacher and the students is worked out over a period of time, say 3 times a week for each course, over a 2-hour, 45-minute classroom session 3 times a week for, say, chemistry and math, or chemistry and society, or so these blocks, so all the nuances of the previous seven categories and moving the person around are freed up. They can be integrated and checked off, but I think a much more wide open appreciation of the detailed numbers, all the things that no child left behind, the laptop can take care of that. And then the criteria of that test can be judged by school boards who can retake the community's governance away from something like, well, if Jody, no matter what her gender or his gender, has to pass this test that Washington, D.C. decides, and the teacher has no say, get all of that on this, and then make that either painfully right or wrong. And take school boards who pick the teachers and have the teachers union buy all that off, like we'll have to buy off the nuclear power industry. We're going to have to buy off the nuclear arms industry. We already have to some extent. We're going to have to buy off stupid gun sales. We're going to have to buy off stupid drug sales. People say legalize drugs, and people go, how can you want to legalize meth? Well, it's not even meth, really. It's Drano and horrid stuff that's being poorly made. It would be like if you wanted to legalize alcohol, and what you were seeing were people drinking, rubbing alcohol, and then rubbing people out. Okay, so school, massive change based on the laptop. 30, let's get a nice bright color, 30 billion. Okay, that sounds like a lot. I'm told the banks, when they went, we're broke, when they did that, it was 830 trillion. Now that's 1,000 billion. So 1 trillion, which is not that much money. I can prove it to you. Have you ever driven through Texas? Across it. Now imagine one football. Have you ever seen an NFL stadium Okay? Now, $1 billion is an NFL stadium. This will go to school. Watch how this works. $1 billion is one NFL stadium and its parking lot. Okay? $1 trillion is 1,000 of those. If you've driven across Texas, you could lose 1,000 NFL stadiums. I mean, for a while. It's like, where are they? Well, we thought they were mostly in 4 counties, but we're looking for them. You know, they're somewhere there. Well, I gotta go to one of them. It's like, well, you know, it's like, hey, why don't you just drive around? It's a great state, you know, golly. Okay, $1 billion is not much money. Okay. We're told that, hey, the banks needed 836 trillion. Okay? We'll tell you about it later, is what I heard. Okay, so 30 billion. $30 billion would buy 30 million laptops for everybody who wants anything to do with education. And I suggest we get a loan, instead of getting a loan, for $60,000 a year to go to someplace like Stanford or Harvard or University of Virginia, or $60,000. For $1,000, you can get a really good 4 RAM computer that you can carry around with you for $1,000. And not only that, you can get that, all you need, plus about 4 months on the internet. And it's like getting a PhD every night. If America truly wants to lead, and our government trusts us to overtly lead, they could buy us 30 million laptops. And now this is astounding. Back to TV. They could buy us 30 million laptops to go to school. And then I'll pay out the teachers just the way they are being paid. But skip some of those old criterias, and our the people who educate our teachers, they're to me as dangerous, potentially, as those who look over our nuclear fuel rods. The psychology of the home. Are your parents drinking? What the hell? Alright? And you got to get a master's degree? Well, you get a master's degree so you can get enough money to live. So, the fear to have enough money to live shouldn't motivate any American citizen. America has enough money not only to fix our problems, we've got enough money and natural resources and human resources to fix the world's problems. One way to start is with getting 30 million laptops and just buying our teachers and teacher education system off. Just telling them, we'll pay you to golf. There you go. We got a ton of golf courses that are fallow. Golf needs some help. Okay, now when it comes to TV, same principle that would help school. People get laptops together, and TV goes, well, who's going to watch cable? People will watch cable and pay for it, maybe less, but what cable can do is be shows that happen at a certain time that people can link up. So cable and broadcast, there's room for cable, but buy cable off if it feels threatened by laptop. It should be integrated. We shouldn't throw away the people who got us here, and that includes the people who survived the 60s and 70s and the 80s and the 90s, and there's a now, and it should be televised. The non-stop good revolution should be televised, and it can unite us. 021.